In the realm of artificial intelligence, the debate rages on. Can AI ever truly challenge human creativity? We've seen AI write poems, create stunning visual art, even compose symphonies, but does that mean it's capable of creativity on par with the human mind? Imagine this. You're sitting in a quiet room. Suddenly, a melody drifts into your mind. It's unique, and it's yours. It's as if from nowhere, an idea has sparked into existence. This is the human brain at work, millions of neurons firing, building connections between ideas, memories, and experiences. But what if I told you a machine could do something similar? AI, at its core, learns patterns. It consumes vast amounts of data, processes it, and finds relationships between concepts that often go unnoticed by humans. But here's the catch: AI doesn't experience. It doesn't feel joy, sorrow, or inspiration. It works off input. It's a reflection of the data it was fed. But the spark, the drive to create something new, comes from us. Or does it? Neuroscientists have been studying creativity for decades, trying to pinpoint exactly where in the brain creativity happens. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for decision-making and planning, plays a role, but it's the more diffuse brain networks, like the default mode network, that seem to give birth to creative thoughts. This network lights up when we're daydreaming, brainstorming, or imagining something out of thin air. But what does AI use? It doesn't have a brain. Instead, it uses algorithms, deep learning networks that mimic some of the brain's processes, albeit without the emotional depth or lived experiences. These networks, like our brains, seek patterns, connecting dots in ways that often surprise us. But it's important to remember, AI's creativity is derivative. It pulls from what already exists, whereas human creativity is generative, often springing from nothing but an idea or a feeling. There's something else that AI struggles with: intuition. When a human artist paints, they're not just following the rules of color theory and composition. Neuroscientists call this the interplay between the conscious and subconscious mind. AI, for all its capabilities, lacks this depth of intuitive insight. It can't feel when something is right or wrong. It can only calculate probabilities. Let's take a real-world example. Think about a film like Inception*, a movie that challenges your mind, that lingers with you long after the credits roll. The human experience that makes Inception so compelling. But let's not dismiss AI too quickly. That's because AI doesn't have the same mental blocks or creative biases that humans do. It doesn't second-guess itself. It doesn't worry about failure or rejection. In that sense, AI's creativity can sometimes feel refreshingly bold and boundary-pushing, exactly because it isn't burdened by the same emotions or experiences we are. However, while AI can take us in exciting new directions, there's a fundamental difference between what it does and what we, as humans, do. Every brushstroke, every note played, every word written is a reflection of us*, of who we are and what we feel. AI, for all its brilliance, lacks that emotional core. So, the question isn't whether AI can challenge human creativity. It already has, and in some ways, it surpasses us. The real question is, does AI understand why it's being creative? Or is it simply following a series of instructions without truly grasping the beauty of what it's making? As we venture further into this age of AI, it's not about pitting humans against machines. It's about recognizing where AI's strengths lie and where human creativity still reigns supreme. Let us know what you think in the comments. Can AI truly challenge human creativity? Or are there aspects of the human experience that machines will never be able to replicate?